Hello and welcome to livealittlehigher.com. This week we continue learning the Gate of Reflection of the book Hodot HaLevavot by Rabbi Bahia Ibn Pakuda. And we're almost done with this chapter of reflection, and today we're going to be trying to reflect on man's related duties in serving God. So among the things connected with this reflection is that one should recognize the favors that God bestows upon him and assume the obligation of serving him, which follows from such recognition. So when a person is aware, is mindful of every blessing he has in his life, we breathe every day, we see, we can walk, we can talk, we can hear. All these things are really brachas from God. They're blessings. The day that God decides that one of these is going to malfunction, then you're going to realize, I always took it for granted because I thought things would be this way all my life, but I recognize now that it was a blessing. It was something that was ongoing, something that was always functioning, and I never recognized that it came from God. It came that God had me running, my body was running perfectly. And we stop and we recognize how things work in our body when they stop working. Like imagine in our Torah, we are commanded to bless God every time that we go to the bathroom. So we wash our hands and we say Asher Yatzar, which is a bracha, which is a blessing in which we bless God for allowing our body to work perfectly, that every day, everything that has to go out goes out. And if one of our orifices were closed, we could die. And people, if you don't keep this mitzvah, you go to the bathroom and you're not even acknowledging that it's a bracha that you can go to the bathroom. So we should try very much to be very aware and very mindful of everything in our lives, everything that's working. If you have electricity today in your house, say thank you. It's not a coincidence. Hashem is making sure that you have electricity in your house. So for all your blessings, if we would stop every day for 10 minutes, half an hour, as much as you can, and bless God for every little thing that is going right in your life, you would live a very different life. You would be a very happy person. So we should meditate constantly on the signs of the Creator's wisdom, never ceasing to ponder them and study them in light of all that one perceives with the senses and with the intellect. Without fail, one discovers a new trace of divine wisdom every day. When we are mindful and aware of all this wisdom that Hashem permeates us with, then for us, we start connecting to Hashem's wisdom. And as King David said, day-to-day expression flows. So God's wisdom and power transcends ours. We have to understand that God's wisdom is something that is infinite, that we could never come to understand the completeness of Hashem, because we're not complete beings in this world. We're not made to be complete and infinite. We're very finite people with a lot of potential, but nevertheless, we will never be like God. So to come to understand a being that is much grander than us, it's really impossible. We have to come to terms with that. So what you should be aware of when reading what I have called to your attention, says Rabbi Pakuda, in this gate, is that it is but a fraction of the many secrets of wisdom that you can arrive at through your own understanding. Like we have an intellect, we have Chokhmah, Bina, and that we have wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. This is something God gave us, and that we can come to acknowledge the grandiosity of Hashem through our own intellect, by looking at things, by analyzing things. He gave us intelligence for this, so we can come to comprehend the existence of Hashem. So, and the secrets which will be revealed. So Rabbi Pakuda says that in order to be able to know more about Hashem, to be able to tap into His wisdom and every day have more and more knowledge of God, we have to purify our hearts and refine our soul. In our life, this is part of our mission in this world, is to refine ourselves, to be masters of our emotions, to be people who are righteous, who are straight in all their endeavors, in thought, in speech, and action. And the more we work on this, the more wisdom we will be able to acquire. And when you have reached the utmost of what you are capable of attaining to in these matters, you should realize that you have understood of the Creator's wisdom and power as manifested in this world is a nothing compared to his real power and wisdom. So it doesn't matter how much we come to understand and accomplish, it is nothing compared to infinitude. Infinitude is, there's no number for it. So it's much, 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 much more than we can ever come to grasp. For only what was necessary for man's sake has been made manifest. So what is necessary for us and what is needed for us to be able to fulfill the purpose for which we were created is what is going to be manifested for us, but not the full extent of his power, because it's not necessary for us, which is infinite. You should meditate upon his awesomeness and great power as they truly are, and not merely as you can conceive of them. So we have to meditate on Hashem, on his grandiosity, on his power as he is, and not as we make him to be. It's two different things. We can imagine many things about Hashem, but in reality, we can never come to know the truth. So I wish you a blessed week, and remember, live a little higher. Thank you.